Hey, and welcome back to Power of the Programmer. This is section 7.2, and in this section we'll be covering Insta Loader. So Insta Loader is a Instagram library that's good for scraping. Instagram changes their algorithm pretty regularly, so it is good for the meantime. Of course, everything is subject to change, but they offer a website that is good for grabbing one profile or hashtag. And they do offer a library. So the difference between this and a library is that this is really good for simple use. If you have something quick you need to do, like you want to analyze one person's profile or just one hashtag, this works like a charm. But if you want to start digging into more complex data, or if you want to grab a lot of sources and analyze a bunch of hashtags, then using the library makes more sense. Of course, like every use has a different every tool has a different function, so it's mostly about what you want to do. Let's go ahead and use the website, download my profile, a restless nomad. You can see already it's a little slow. There's no immediate feedback, so let's go to the library and use that instead. So this is a pretty standard documentation page. First off, it tells you to install the Insta Loader library. You can use pip3 to install it. So if you don't have pip3, you just have to download it. It's the same installation as before. If you ran the installation script, then you should have pip3 already installed. So I already went ahead and installed it. So pip3 install Insta Loader, and you can see that I misspelled Insta Loader. You can see that this is set up for us ready to use. So let's go ahead and run Insta Loader to show you how powerful it is running against Python 3. So Python 3 is a newer version of Python. A lot of libraries still use Python 2, but Python 3 is more for newer programs. It's a lot of nice tools, but a lot of them are over the scope of this course. So let's go ahead and run instaloader.py and pull out profile. And let's pull my profile, a restless nomad. So over here you can see that it's downloading all my posts. I only have 13, so this is very quick. And it created a folder for my profile, so we can open this up. And we can see all the data that I grabbed. It grabbed my photos. And then also grabbed the other data, such as the comments as well as the hashtags, and we can see that we can perform some analysis on this. You can see here on my older posts, I do have hashtags on my Instagram. So one thing I can think of to do is grab the hashtags and sort of see which hashtags are popular. We can grab the photos and see which ones have the most have different color palettes, and based on that, which one is more successful. So there's some interesting data that we can perform here. If we open up the JSON, we can go ahead and see the more complicated data, such as the height and width of the photo, as well as how many likes it gets, which you can see here. Out of my 280 followers, this photo got 33 likes. We can find the average likes, and so on and so forth. So this is a very powerful tool. Getting this data off of Instagram by hand is really tiring. So doing this is a way to sort of like accelerate your growth and really, really like kick your business up to the next level. Because some things you can do from this, and I've done these personally, perform market research, figure out which hashtags are related to each other. Figure out what are the average likes per hashtag, see how your post is performing compared to others in similar categories to see just how much you need to improve, what works in certain categories, what doesn't. the possibilities are endless, especially with Instagram being such a huge content platform. Another thing you can do is pull hashtags. So we can use Insta Loader again and just pull the hashtag. Let's pull it Island Boy. So we are in the wrong folder. So now it's going to be pulling all the hashtags from the hashtag, all the posts from the hashtag Island Boy. So we can see what kind of posts are popular in this once we pull enough, and then kind of find an average of sort of like what kind of image we want to hit to appeal to the people that are looking in this hashtag. For more commercial use, we can say like, what if we check out let's say soaps, or I like prints, so Bohemian prints. So we can check out the stuff in Bohemian prints, and we can kind of see what kind of posts are really successful in this kind of category on Instagram. So let's wait until we have around 50, or I prefer going for a large sample set, so I usually don't stop unless I have at least 10,000. But that is all up to preference. Good statistics, honestly, are all about random sampling. So this is in no way random. This is only based on one time and day, pulling hashtag data from one category. So it is no way random, but for the means and purposes of this example, let's just stop at 50 and start looking at the data. And most of this data is being pulled in JSON. JSON is really easy to parse. It's similar to CSVs. So we can go ahead and Bohemian prints and go ahead and see what's in this folder. What kind of data do we have? So it looks like pretty normal stuff. Couple obvious advertisements. Nothing too out of the ordinary. So let's open up some of these JSONs. And what we can do is go into a JSON formatter. There are a couple online that are free. So just to sort of get an idea of what this looks like. So we can see that this stuff is more Instagram specific, so we don't have to worry about it. We can see that the caption on this is the cutest shoes this summer from @Teorone Studio. So we can see this is obviously an ad, is ethically sourced, sustainable design, look good, do good, sustainable fashion. So this is a sustainable fashion post. It was taken at this timestamp. It has average dimensions. It got liked by 33 people. So my next question would be, what kind of account is this? So what we can do is open up this this item on Instagram. Once we pull this out, let's find where this link is. The short code is here. So basically what this short code means is that if we go on here, we can go into posts and then find the short code, and we can find this picture, and then we can go into the profile. So okay, this person specializes in Bohemian prints. So it's a curation profile. Their average is 12, and it looks like this picture was posted about 8 weeks ago. So we can see that this photo is actually performing a little bit better than average. So this is a good photo to sort of base our judgment on. This one is doing better than average. So based on this data, this is something that might be worth pursuing. Learn more about what makes this photo good. Maybe some of these hashtags are what makes it. maybe these hashtags are related. We can start looking in these hashtags that are related and just sort of like understand like how the network is really laid out, what is interests people that are interested in bohemian prints. It looks like they all care about ethically sourced goods. So that's like sort of an example of the marketing data we can get from a simple scrape like this. So to understand that really shows the power of using something like Insta Loader. To use it in a Python program, you really just have to import it, and a lot of the functions are the same. You can go through the Insta Loader documentation. It'll have everything laid out for you. So for example, if you wanted to download posts in a specific period, it gives you the code to do that. Just copy and paste that in, and you can go ahead and just start doing that. So let's go ahead and just copy and paste it in to show you the potential. So now we're in the Insta Loader. Let's touch a new file. Instagood.py, open instagood.py, open in the Python text editor. This will do for now. Let's just paste it in. Python instagood. It looks like Python 3 instagood. So now it's downloading our posts. So now this is an example of using it in combination of Python. There are issues since we're using somebody else's system, so we have to make our code fit exactly, but this is just a little taste to show the potential of using a tool like this. In the next section, I'm going to cover a brief introduction to Flask, which is used for building web applications extremely quickly, and after that we'll be covering up our section on advanced libraries.